Who's better, Messi or Ronaldo? So guys, one of the probably biggest questions in world football, probably the last 5 odd years. Who's better, Messi or Ronaldo? Let's go.
Let me just go off the record and just say I think Ronaldo is the best player in the world. I think that Ronaldo, man for man, standing against Messi, is a better player. I think he's got more in him, and I think he's the total package.
I agree.
I disagree. Reason being, I'm not gonna go down the easy route of telling you how many well played the year awards this guy's got, or how many times he's outscored Ronaldo, and but I'll break it down for you. Messi equals goals. Messi equals
So does Ronaldo.
assists. No, Ronaldo equals goals, yes, but he equals excitement, and people like that. But everyone talks about Ronaldo takes so many shots.
Effective assignment.
Yeah, but so many shots. How many shots are those? Is he missing? If you actually look at his shot to goal ratio, I'm telling you, it's poor.
All good strikers miss a lot of shots. The reason why Fernando Torres, taking it back to him, was done terribly because he was scared to shoot. Van Persie's shot and missed a lot and got a lot of goals. Ronaldo is deadly because he likes to take them shots. And yes, he misses a few, but also scores some bangers. To get a lot of goals, all shots are not going on target. Messi shots don't all go on target. Messi, when he gets his chance against Arsenal, bang, shoots, and he gets a 3 or 2 goals.
Messi shoots a lot less and he scores more goals than Ronaldo. Ronaldo shoots a lot and he scores less goals than Messi.
Ronaldo, we're looking at Ronaldo, yeah, and Ronaldo being in Real Madrid, being in Manchester United, these are the last 2 obviously big clubs that he's been in. Now, looking at it, I think both of these teams have built their team around him, and I think they've given him a freedom role, whether he wants to come from the wings, whether he wants to move forward up front, and he gets a lot of space in which he's allowed to do things like shoot from 30-40 yards. This is why we've seen him score goals from there, because he's allowed to do that. Whereas Lionel Messi is playing in a very, structured system. You know what I mean, particular system in which they work their way up to the field almost until they're on the keeper's toes, and that's when they decide to shoot, and because they've got the place to do that.
Yeah. So that's what Messi is not in that place to be taking those sort of shots because he's not that sort of player. He's not in that sort of system. But yeah, I think if he was in Ronaldo's place and he had that sort of space, I don't know how effective he would be at taking those sort of shots, which is a big part of football.
I think
it's a talent.
I think Messi and Ronaldo pretty much play in near enough similar positions in a way. I know Ronaldo plays outside on the wing, but a lot of times if you watch Real Madrid matches, he drifts inward and he likes to try to get involved. He thinks he can get involved because
he can obviously get involved.
No, I don't think he's that sort of player to get involved and be sitting with him and start stringing passes with Ozil. I think on the counter-attack, Ronaldo can counter-attack from anywhere. He can be in the middle park as a go forward. But when the match is kind of stable, I don't want to see Ronaldo in the middle because he tries to do something he can't do. And I'm an admirer of Ronaldo, but I just think Messi does the hardest job in football, which is sitting in the middle and dominating, and he does it much more better.
But then, when you put in Messi out wide and stuff like this, are you not losing some key attributes? As in, you know when you've got players out wide and they can go down and they can put a devastating ball in the box. I've seen Ronaldo do this countless times. But we're watching Messi in a very particular system in which is kind of, if you take Messi out of Barcelona and you've got a 6'6" Peter Crouch in the box, do you think that the manager's going to want Messi cutting in on that pitch, or do you think he's going to want him putting it on his head?
If you remember Barca before Pep Guardiola came along, that's where Messi used to play. They used to do a 4-3-3 formation. You used to have Ronaldinho on the left, Messi on the right, and somewhere too up top, up front. And Messi played that position. I think the most goals he scored in one season was about 17 goals. And he was normally averaging about 10-15 goals a season. But provided that he was still a teenager at that time. But he played that position so well. He used to take on defenders, and that's what you see aside the Camp Nou. And he used to cross and used to cut in. He's not Barca. You have to remember, Barca don't really play across the game. But your question is, if you take Messi out of Barca and you put him in your average team, where they say Messi playing the wing, you're already fast, go down the wing and put crossing. You're telling me he's not taking on the left back and putting in a good cross with his left foot?
Do you know what?
I think he'll do it better than any other wing in the world today.
Do you know what? But this is the thing. I've seen Messi there, and he's often limited himself in the sense that he finds himself often having to drift in. The thing is, I've seen Cristiano. The thing that I like about Cristiano Ronaldo is that throughout his age, as he's grown up in football and he's come from Manchester United to Real Madrid, we've seen a different aspect of him every season. One season, we saw him being able to take on players and put a good ball in the box. Next season, I think there was one season he got about 17 assists for. I think it was for Manchester United or something like that, where we've seen him being able to create for players. You know what I mean? Then we've seen him now being able to score. We've seen him be prolific at headers. We've seen him be prolific on the dead ball. You know, this is what I like about him. We've hardly actually been able to see something that we can say, oh, that's a big fault in Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, I think overall he's probably got more to his game, his overall game. Like, obviously Messi, you can't take nothing away from Messi, probably one of the best players in the world, no doubt. But yeah, Ronaldo, I think he's just got a bit more, like the height for the header in. I'm not saying Messi can't header, we all know he can. But I think, and shots, free kicks, the dead ball situation is vital in football, and especially the fact, well, maybe it might be a known dive. You can almost sometimes, if he perfects it and gets better, almost get goals when he wants. Because people like to kick him, he just has to go down in a good area, and if he's that good at putting them in, then.
Do you understand that Messi has contributed to over 100 goals for Barca in one season? Do you understand what that means?
I just want to
In
ask
football
this question.
terms.
I want to ask this question as well. We're talking about how Ronaldo, basically what you're saying in essence is that he has more of a diversity of goals.
Yeah, diverse.
Long shots, free kicks, penalties, headers. Guy scores from all over the place. But how relevant is that when Messi's scoring more?
It's a very good
Depending on
point.
the team you're playing.
It's a very good point. But I think when you're looking at the individual, I think that if I'm a manager and I'm thinking to myself, right, I need to put in the best possible player who I can put in my team where I can manage to get goals from all over the pitch.
Yeah.
And I've got Messi on one hand and Ronaldo. Of course, as a manager, you want to chuck them both in. But if you've got to make that choice, then I think as a manager, I'll probably put Ronaldo in there, because I'm thinking that if I haven't got the other players that Messi thrives on to play it, don't get me wrong, Messi's a great individual player, but he works so much better with the likes of Xavi and Iniesta.
Yeah.
Ronaldo has shown that he can work with Darren Gibson behind him, or what, you know, Paul Scholes is a great player. We've got, you know, Giggs and Carrick, who's questionable, but then also the Ozils, and that he can work with everyone.
If Messi went to Manchester United today, with Man United's dead midfield, in my opinion, would he be as effective?
I think, do you know what?
No,
think it's,
of course
do you
not.
know what?
Well,
Do you know
we
what?
play.
Do you know what? I don't think we can actually. I don't think it's a very. It's a kind of question you can't really answer, because Ronaldo's proven it. He's played in the EPL and he's played in La Liga and dominated. Has Messi done that? No. So, I don't think we can use that as a point of argument to say, well, Ronaldo's proven himself in the EPL, Messi couldn't do it. Because I've heard stupid statements like Messi couldn't play in the Prem, he couldn't hold it down in the Britannia Stadium on a cold night
FA Cup
against the likes of Shawcross.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've heard ridiculous statements like that. I think, could Messi dominate in the Premier League? Why not?
Yeah, of course.
There was this. People used to say, the small Spanish, the small kind of, you know, the small short players, they'll get bullied if they came to the Prem. But
can't catch them,
what
can't
happened
see
when
them.
David Silva came?
Yeah.
David Silva came and proved that these type of players can make it in the Premier League. Now, if David Silva can make it in the Premier League, why is Messi going to struggle?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely getting to an era now where we're blatantly looking at the smaller midfielder. I mean, obviously we had all the Gerrards and the Lampards back in the day who would dominate, and this is where Cristiano Ronaldo is really coming out of, because he's a very powerful player. Like, you know, the Gerrards and the Lampards, these guys were big, powerful players, you know, and they came and dominated. And I think this is why so many people like Cristiano Ronaldo. This is why I'm a fan of him as well, because if you put a ball in the box, my money's on him to get on the end of it. You know,
and he's hungry.
It's almost like he's got that defensive attribute. You know what I mean? But he's a striker, so he's very hungry to get on the end of that ball. But don't get me wrong, I understand that these small players are they're becoming the new generation.
In my opinion, whatever Ronaldo's got, Messi's got it as well. And also, if we're talking about what got Ronaldo through his Premiership experience, it's probably pace and power, that alone. Now, what will get Messi through if he came to the Premiership is pure intelligence. The reason why no one can touch David Silva now is because he's too intelligent for him. you give him the ball in the middle of the park, and there's midfielders trying to tackle him from there, defenders running there. He's just too intelligent. He'll release the ball at the right time. He will take the ball at the right time, and I think Messi's got that in abundance over Ronaldo. And for that reason alone, that's why I think Messi can make it in any league. And also, everyone's always saying, "Oh, Messi's not doing it for Argentina." If you watch now, we've got a new manager in Plastic Ramos. He is doing it for Argentina, so people need to take note on that as well, and keep posting with Argentina, because I think they're on the verge of something big on the next World Cup. And I just think Messi's got the intelligence to
definitely Diego Maradona wasn't the right man.
That was just for showbiz, man.
Well, so it looks like we're undecided, so we'll probably go for a vote, I guess. Probably going with Ronaldo.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Cristiano Ronaldo, for me, is, you know, you guys raised some great points about Messi, but for me, Ronaldo is the complete player.
Cool. What about you, Toes?
I'm going for who won the last World Player of the Year? I'm going for the World Player of the Year. Lionel Messi, my man. He can do anything for me. You put him on the pitch, put him in any system, any team, any league, any continent, any planet, he'll perform.
He'll control the ball like Heskey.
He will do what he does best. It's the only way he knows how to play. It's the only style he knows how to play, and it's unstoppable. Defenders can't stop him.
Cool. Obviously, I'm going for Ronaldo. I just think more of a complete player. He probably gives managers a lot more options, and I think he's a lot more exciting player. He's the sort of player that if you're losing, Messi would rather sometimes put his head down. Ronaldo's like, I've got to get this ball in the net, and he's got the tools to really get that ball in the net. So.
Cool. I'm going for Messi. More goals, more assists, more trophies.
Better to watch, more pleasing on the eye.
Ronaldo's more pleasing.
Ronaldo's definitely.
Ronaldo's more exciting.
I think Messi's poetry at his best.
Ronaldo's a rap from B.I.G., the late B.I.G. Not any of these average soldier boys. Just, I think Ronaldo's more exciting. Long shots was such a great thing in football. When you put it top in Champions League final, stuff like that.
He's explosive.
Explosive. Messi's sweet. Ronaldo's explosive.
I mean, that doesn't make someone a better player. Or
No,
not
we said he's
better.
more exciting in that sense.
But why did you raise that point?
We love to watch football.
Explosive and exciting, but effectively. Like, those long shots from the halfway line
cannot tell me
that go in the goal. It's effective. It's
Let's
not
not talk about effective and Ronaldo and Messi. Messi's effective. Ronaldo, they're both effective.
When Messi gets the ball in the middle of the park and he's just stringing one or two passes together, and then he gets the ball and he looks at the goal, head down, and he decides to run, the whole world is watching.
Wait, hold on.
Your mouth is open and you're watching, because you know what? You believe. When he's taking on those 5 players, you believe he's going to score.
Do you know what? You guys watch Barcelona for Barcelona. I watch Real Madrid for Ronaldo. Ronaldo is, for me, the most exciting player.
Exactly.
Even when Ashley Young dives, when Drogba dives, I'll watch it.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yeah,
if Ronaldo was at Barcelona, would you watch Barcelona for Ronaldo or Barcelona for Barcelona?
I'll watch it for Ronaldo.
That's not true. That's not true.
I'll watch it for Ronaldo as well.
Definitely.
Because the other guys are doing tiki-taka. That passing is great and it's brilliant and it's skillful, but it's not that exciting. It's just technically brilliant. It's not that exciting. I'd rather watch somebody running, do step overs, taking on 3-4 guys.
Did you watch Barcelona against Arsenal? Was that not exciting?
That was impressive.
The first 70 minutes.
But guys, we're going to probably call it a day there. We're just going to keep going on and on. I guess it's one of those sort of topics that can't really be resolved.
These people mad, bro.
It can't be resolved. They're both great players. You can't take away nothing from any of them. But
Messi's not.
Comment, rate,
number 1,
subscribe, and just let us know what you guys think. Messi versus
Subscribe.